Hey everybody, Zach back with another episode of Journey to $1,000,000. Thanks for joining. Well, today I have another interesting episode for you guys. I cannot believe it, much like probably most of you watching this. If you've been paying attention, you know that earlier today most of the brokers stopped trading of all of these meme stocks, including GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Bed Bath Beyond, Nokia. I mean, these are basically all of the stocks that Wall Street bets were pumping up. So I'm very surprised about this. I assume it's because of the Robinhood was the first one to do it. I assume it's because they were getting a lot of pressure from their hedge fund buddies. Because in theory, if you cannot buy these stocks on these exchanges anymore, so in theory the price would go down, could create some sort of mini panic and push the price back down, which would in turn help these hedge funds that are shorting GameStop most notably. But I actually want to go ahead and take a look at this to show you guys what had happened. Well, here we are. So GameStop actually amazingly ran up to more than $500 yesterday before and around the same time this news was breaking. And then it fell back down to the low of $112 on Webull. So that is a crazy little swing, but it's on the way back up now. I cannot really say what's going on for sure, but it's back up over $300 after hours. So this is just some crazy stuff. I mean, these are really amazing times we're trading in right now. I don't ever remember anything like this happening. I'm sure something like this never happened, at least not in our lifetimes. Not to mention just this short squeeze that's been going on. It's quite amazing. Quite amazing to behold, but nevertheless, my opinion of this is pretty messed up. It's not right for the brokers to be able to decide which stocks you can and cannot buy, especially when it looks very fishy with the huge short positions the different finance companies and hedge funds had. So I really think like it is not fair, and I don't agree with this, and I would personally boycott Robinhood. Go ahead and head over to Webull. I'll put a link in the description. Webull is giving you 4 free stocks, but Webull did stop the trading of these stocks, but their CEO came out and said that the decision to join Robinhood in restricting AMC and GameStop trades came from soaring costs to settle its users' trades. It wasn't our choice. This had to do with settlement mechanics in the market. So I cannot really blame them for that. So we'll see if it's going to open back up. But I do support Webull. There's 2 really big pieces of irony for this. One is Webull is actually a Chinese-owned broker. So we're turning to freedom actually on a Chinese exchange, since the domestic brokers are limiting our freedoms of what we can buy and what we cannot buy. I mean, this is just amazing. And then the second irony is Robinhood is literally supposed to steal from the rich and give to the poor, but they are doing the opposite. They are stealing from us poor retail traders and giving to the billionaire buddies of the hedge fund buddies. So it's really just such a weird thing going on. And it's too bad because we had called out those AMC and Nokia before they popped. I had seen it start trending on the internets. So if any of you guys got in that, my advice, well, hopefully you already took profit, because remember, we always advise to start taking profit 25, 50, 100%. Ladder your way up, taking your profits, and then you'll be a little bit more safe. And leave one runner until closer to expiration if it's an option, or just leave one runner to see how high it can go. Nevertheless, I hope you guys got out of that. It's hard for me to give some sort of outlook, some sort of advice if you are holding some of these positions right now. For me personally, I would have cut it as soon as that news came out. That's just me personally, and moved on, because while I don't agree with what's happening, and I think we should boycott Robinhood. I don't think we're going to win this. We're playing against these billionaire hedge fund things. I mean, the outlook, it doesn't look very great. There is a class action that has been started by the Robinhood users, so let's see what comes of that. I don't expect much to come of it. I mean, I've seen AOC tweet out that this is messed up. I mean, we'll see what comes of it, but I'd go ahead and cut those positions and get in something else. No need to hold the bags. I would just get out of it, in my opinion. But anyways, what are we gonna do? Yeah, it's just how it is sometimes. Very surprising. Nobody saw that coming, but it is what it is. Gotta move on. And on the bright side of things, the markets went up today. Not very much, but they went up a little bit, and my portfolio was doing pretty good. It's up 5% today, so that's around 26,000. I mean, that's pretty good, considering it dropped a decent amount the day before. So it's looking pretty good. Futures seem to be going up right now. Bitcoin seems to be pumping. I wanted to talk to you guys about buying Bitcoin versus the Bitcoin mining stocks like Mara, for example. You know, I think that there's not so many things wrong with buying these Mara, but you just gotta understand, this is the Bitcoin mining companies. If you guys are not familiar with Bitcoin mining, I tell you from my experience, I'm very familiar with it. I've had some pretty big mining farms, decent size mining operations in Western and Northern China back in 2017, 2016, 17, 18. And I can tell before that crash, but I can tell you, if one of those crashes do happen and you're holding Bitcoin, you're still going to be holding Bitcoin. This is going to be down for a little bit, and then, you know, ideally it will come back up and recover in the price, which most people are bullish long-term outlook for Bitcoin. It's the same with the stock. If you're holding a stock, price goes down, it's okay. Just keep holding it, or even buy the dip and wait for it to go back up. Now, the difference of why I would recommend don't buy Mara or the Bitcoin mining companies that are listed is because it's even more risky than buying Bitcoin. Because if that dip happens, their mining computers, like the ASIC computers, or no matter what they're mining, they might not be profitable anymore. There's the factor of electricity, how cheap they're getting the electricity, if it's hydropower, if it's solar or coal, and then there's the factor of how cheap that is, how low can Bitcoin drop for these machines to still be profitable, minus their electricity costs, minus all of the overhead they have for no matter if it's rent, land costs, the cooling costs are incredible if you have a large scale. I know they're starting to come out with liquid cooling, but you know, those are just a lot of expenses and overhead for these mining companies. My point is, if Bitcoin really does crash hard, could crash to $5,000, guys, we don't actually know what's going to happen with that. And I've been around since 2011 in Bitcoin. I've seen it crash and go up and crash and go up. It's very possible. So I just want to let you guys be aware, and I would like you to share this video and hopefully more people can be aware, because I see a lot of traders, no matter if they're Twitter traders or YouTube traders, I see them recommending buying these stocks. Yes, it could be good, but I don't really see a point where you could just buy Bitcoin. It doesn't make any sense because there's a lot more risk associated with mining. You know, eventually the computers are going to be outdated. You know, the hashing power is not going to be enough. The profitability just goes down. It's almost like options. Over time, it will become less and less profitable. Bitcoin has to just be going up exponentially to keep being profitable in that business. So I wouldn't do it. Those companies could go bankrupt. You don't know if the next crypto crash comes. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that because I see some people talking about it a lot online now, about Mara and different mining companies like that. I just want to give you my opinion on it since I've been doing that. I stopped mining for the most part in 2018. I sold all of my operations in China. We were looking at expanding at one point, but it's not worth it because of the electricity and the government regulations, but nevertheless. So my portfolio did all right today, and I just want to let you guys know I had picked the CLII on Twitter yesterday. I shouted that out. It's up 4% today, so hopefully you guys got in on that and made some money. And I had mentioned the SOL on Twitter as well in the same tweet. And I was saying buy it around $20, wait for a dip, and sure enough, it did dip to $20. This tweet I was also talking about more. I just wanted to kind of go over that. Usually I'll throw in one Easter egg type of tweet per day that hints at the next analysis. Anyways, and hopefully you guys bought the SOXX or SOXL. SOXL is up 6%, so that was pretty good. Get some leaps if you want to save some capital on the SOXX. The leaps on SOXL could be good, but there's probably less volume. So, but nevertheless, Sol is down 20%. I called it yesterday; it was going to dip. I think this one could double. So pay attention, guys. Hopefully you already picked some up. Hopefully you guys bought the dip. Let me know in the comments who bought the dip and what did you buy. And please remember, guys, if you're making money from my stock picks, please send me a message and post that on Twitter or YouTube or anything like that. And if you like my content, please go ahead and subscribe. We're at 80 subscribers so far. We're almost to 100, and I think we can hit that possibly today, tomorrow, maybe this weekend. We can probably hit 100 subscribers. I'm really happy to be doing this. I really enjoy these videos. It's time for me to reflect on everything going on. But just go ahead and subscribe if you enjoy this, and if you're not subscribed already, it really helps me out. My goal is 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully I can hit that in a couple of months. Anyways, so today I want to officially add to the watch list SLV. This is one that started trending on Wall Street Bets, and since we know what's going on with Wall Street Bets, they are pumping the hell out of some of these stocks. So I mean, if we can jump on these trends before everybody else does, and that's what I saw trending on. That's how I got the AMC and the Nokia predictions in before it popped, was because I saw them start trending. Well, right now this one is trending, is on the up and up. So I don't know what's going to happen with it, but it basically, SLV just reflects the performance of the price of silver, and I'm going to be focused in watching this one. There's two directions that I could see this moving in. Either up or down, so I'm going to watch it, but no matter what, we're going to have an opportunity here. Sometimes we just have to watch it a little bit to see what's going to happen, but my buy zones would be, if the price is right now is 24.30, if it jumps up past this super trend and that turns over to bullish, so I think that it would continue going up, especially if Wall Street Bets starts shilling this one and pumping it. Now, if it doesn't, because this could possibly hit the super trend and pull back, keep being a little bearish, bounce off of this trend, which I think it has a good, I think it has a good chance to do that. It is in an upward trend, and with all of the printers printing all this money, I don't think that this has any problem of going higher. It's already gone a decent amount. It did pull back earlier in August, September, but overall bullish on gold and silver. I would also probably prefer to just buy silver on this, or gold futures or something like that. If you have access to it, that could be really interesting. But this is not a bad option if you're just on Webull or Robinhood or whatever. I set a target of $29. I would start taking profit at $26.50. Like I said, keep an eye and see if it hits this target buy zone or this target buy zone keeps pushing through. I'm watching the super trend to see if it's going to flip. I'd give it 1 to 4 weeks to start hitting $26, $29. The risk is a 3 because this is silver. I might even change that to a 2 later on, but just be careful if you get into an option, short to mid-term option. But I think this could be an interesting call option play. And then the last one that I want to officially add to the watch list is SOL. It's Renee Solar. Sorry, it's a typo. This is a solar power project developer and operator. This is good. I mean, anything clean energy, renewable resources, renewable energy is going to appreciate this year. I really do believe that, and for the years to come, because of the new administration, it's just really hard on the fossil fuel industry. So I think this is going to be a really good one. And like I said before, I tweeted out once it hits the $20 buy zone, and already it's dropped to around 19. Let's go ahead and check this out. So it is totally in my buy zone right now. Oh, it went up a little bit after hours when I was looking before. It's 21 right now. So as a matter of fact, it did hit my buy zone. I'm going to be buying this. It's barely touching the super trend. I just want to keep my eye on it for when the market opens tomorrow and see what's going on. But I think this is going to be a good call. I set a price target of $35. Get in around 20 if you can. I think there's no problem for this to push to $35, even $40 in the next 1 to 2 months. I don't really know how fast it's going to take because some of the clean energy ETFs and different companies like Reggie or ICLN, they're lagging behind a little bit right now, but it just takes one day and that can all change. So I think this is a good buy, guys. Keep a lookout this. I am going to try to pick up some call options on this tomorrow when the market opens. As well, SLV, I'll keep my eye on it though. You got to be careful with the meme stocks. They're taking a beating the last few days, so we'll see what's going on with all those. But anyways, earlier today, my positions, I only got, because I set a bunch of limit orders. You know how I do it, guys. I set the limit orders, try to get a good deal on these stocks that we're going into. I don't mind if I miss some chances. I don't want to set market orders, actually. I prefer to set limit orders, get a good deal. You know how it is. So I had two that filled an Alibaba call for July 2021. And this one got filled at an average price of $20. And then my SBE, which I've been talking about a lot. This one also is a March 21. Filled at an average price of $4.95. So that's all good. I only picked up 3 of the SBE, and I will start trimming those at probably around 50-75% profit. I don't see any problem with those. Again, I've been talking about those for a while, but the SBE is an interesting one because there is a very nice trend and it is down and it's totally in my buy zone. I see it easily pushing up to this level. You know, it could even be higher because of this. So it could be higher. I mean, we could totally see it push back up to even 55, 60. But I think we could start taking profits right around 50. So there you have it. SBE and Baba. Just a more longer term. I didn't do a leaps because I wanted to save a little bit of money and go in on this one because I'll prefer to spend more of the capital on QQQ or the ICLN, which QQQ, they're a little bit expensive. I was trying to get 6 of them and that would cost $1,000 each, so that's not cheap. Limit price I set was 10. It didn't hit that. But this is a very interesting one because we had that pullback across the board on the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. So I think this is a good option, guys, to get into. There's a really nice channel going on right now. As you can see, it totally pulled back. I'm waiting for it to get up to, let's see, I set it was $330 with a $10 break even, $10 contract price, so it would be a $340 break even. But I think that's going to be interesting. So, and I don't think we would have any problems getting that before April. So that gives us February, March, and April 21st, 2.5 months. I don't see any problem with that because, you know, just a couple of days ago it was 330. So, you know, this can easily bounce in a couple of days and continue its bearish trend. But I would start trimming those. Once it's almost in the money, I'm gonna start trimming it because I want 6 contracts, so I would start piecing out maybe 2, sell 2 off at 25% profit just to guarantee I'm making something. And then 2 more I would sell off at maybe 50-75% and then let the other 2 just ride until expiration for a big lotto gain. Something like that is what I would recommend because you never know what can happen. And just like today, what happened with the Nokia and BlackBerry and stuff. So it's always better to take some profits than no profits. That's always what I say. Even 25% is not as much as some people want, but it's good. My Tesla didn't get filled at 800. I'm still a buyer. I'm going to go ahead and re-up this limit order for 45 at 800. And then my ARC-W, ARC-G, I want to buy more. So I'm just buying a little bit more, and those are going to be long-term commons. And my Lee, I wanted to buy 50, but in 50 shares, but instead I went ahead and got, let me show you guys. I went ahead and sold a put. Now remember, guys, what's selling a put? Yep, for $30.50, February 21st expiration. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Actually, I don't want to look at this. I want to look at the underlying. Yep. So if this, so I got the premium. I collected the premium, which I forgot what it was, but I think it was around $90, $100 at that time. 100, 110, I forgot. But I got the premium, so just to sell that put, I already got paid $100 or so. I need to keep the cash in my account for the 100 shares, which was around I sold it for 30. The strike price is $30.50, so it's $3,050. So as long as I keep that in my account until February 21st, then I just keep the premium, it's like $100, and all is good if it goes up. Now, if Lee pulls back to $30.50, my strike price, and then I just need to buy 100 shares of Lee, which I want to do anyways, because I already had a limit order for 50 shares, so go ahead and just sell this put. Just go ahead and get the premiums because I'm a buyer at $30.50 anyways, which you can see is right at the bottom of the candle. It almost triggered yesterday, but it bounced. So I think it's a pretty good buy spot. You could even do a little bit lower at $30, but let's go ahead and take a look at these options really quick. For mine, was it February 21st? There's only 15 days left. Go to puts. $30.50 right here. So currently, if you sold this, you would get $168 in premiums. And if it hits the $30.50, you got to buy it. But that's okay because we're overall bullish on this anyways. And then we would just turn around and sell the covered calls. Covered calls, and then if it was 30.50, let's just say we sold a $35 covered call, and then the premium on this is $180, $190. So we're just going to keep collecting that, and you just keep collecting it every 2 weeks pretty much. If you sell the puts and sell the covered calls just in a cycle called the wheel strategy, you do this every 2 weeks, you're making decent money. I mean, hey, and you only need $3,000 to do it with. Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up. If you guys have any more questions about the wheel strategy, please send me a message on Twitter, send me a message on, some of you guys have my Telegram or YouTube or whatever. Just, I'm happy to answer questions. I really love talking about this. I literally can talk about this all day long. I'm addicted to stock market stuff, as you guys can probably tell. But I went ahead and just copy and pasted this add money to while they're down. Buy the dip, guys. I'm trying to buy some of these. I had limit orders for the ARCs. THCX, I got it. It's up a little bit. Solo, get some of those, sell some covered calls with me. Those are cheap, guys. You need less than $1,000 to make a covered call play on Solo. So let's do that next week. And, SBE, we talked about that. Lee, we talked about that. QQQ, get some leaps. SOXX, those are long-term plays. Tesla, long-term. Alibaba, midterm. Plug, careful on that one, but also I'd say that's a midterm. All right, guys, I really hope you like this content. I'm trying my best. If you have any recommendations, please hit me up on Twitter. Leave me a message in these YouTube comments. If you appreciate this, smash the like button. Follow me. We're at 80 subscribers right now. I'm trying to get to 100 by this weekend, guys. Come on, help me out. And I'll see you guys on Twitter. I'm thinking about making a Discord. Let me know if you guys would like that. I have no time to run it. I'm already very busy with these videos and editing, which I'm not really good at, and making the picks and doing my research. It takes hours every day reading the news and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, if you want some personalized advice, let me know as well. We do that. It really helps support the channel and the Webull account. Please boycott Robinhood. Move over to Webull with us and get 4 free stocks. All right, guys, I'll see you on the other side. Peace.